Okay, so this is the circuit. So this is the circuit for the gate. Now it's open. Let's reset this one. Okay. So if I hit this green one, it opens the gate. And look at, there's a pulse. This pulse gonna close the circuit after the time you have set. For now it's 10 seconds. You can set it to whatever time you want. After the time, the gate gonna close itself. And then let's say you open the door, but there's an emergency and you wanna close it instantly. You just hit the red one. This pulse and the red button, they both do the same thing. They reset the circuit. So if I click this and I just go over the door, then I don't reset it by myself. The timer gonna do it for me. See? Now if you don't want the timer system to work, you can just always put a AND gate in front like this and have a switch. Let's put the switch here. Now the timer doesn't go to this gate directly, it goes through the AND gate, and I connect the switch to the AND. Now I control the input from the timer. Now if this switch is off, you can see the pulse is still going, but it's gonna disappear here. It's not gonna continue from here to there. So the pulse is generated, but it doesn't reach this gate, so it doesn't close the circuit. Because the way the AND gate works is all of the inputs have to be on to output on. You know, the timer sends an on signal, but the switch is off, so it doesn't output anything. Now if I have the switch on, now it allows the signal from the timer to pass. Now if I reset the circuit, now if I click on this, you will see this pulse gonna turn off the gate. So I don't know why it wasn't working on your world. It's so weird. Maybe because I had high ping. I mean, high ping can cause a lot of issues, and maybe one of those issues is that the logics don't work properly, or they work properly but I see it different. That's why I was confused, like why it's working like that. By the way, if you want to make it yourself, I'll show you in a second. So let's say I'm gonna show you just the circuit, okay? So let's say you have a controller. Let's put the controller here and a bearing here. Imagine that's the gate, right? Let's connect it to that, put it 90, make it 90. Then yeah, it's on the right side. Okay, you want to take 3 logic gates. All right, 3 logic gates. Let's put it here, 3 logic gates. Like this. Okay, 1 OR, the other 2 have to be NOR. Okay, 1 OR, the other 2 NOR. All right, all good. Now you connect it like a triangle. Doesn't matter which way you do, just connect it like a triangle. Okay, then you have 1 switch to turn on the circuit and 1 switch to turn it off. So let's take the left one to turn on the circuit. It connects to the OR gate. Now if I click this button, it turns on. I want to turn it off. Take this button and attach it to this one. Now if I hit this, the circuit turns off. On circuit, off circuit, on circuit, off circuit. So I want this to go into my controller. So when I press this button, this turns on, and it turns on the controller, so the door is open. And if I want to reset it, I click this one, it closes. Let's paint them green and red so that it's easier to understand. So the red one is to reset the circuit or turn it off. Now I want a timer. The circuit is on, but I want a timer that's gonna turn off the circuit for me. Like hit this red button. The timer gonna do this thing for me. So I place a timer. When I hit the green one, the timer gonna start. Okay, so I take the signal from this green button to the timer, and then after a while, let's say 10 seconds, it's gonna do the thing this red button does, which is turn on, like which sends a signal in this gate. See? So I want the timer to do the same. I want it to put a signal in this gate. So if I click this, the circuit is on, and after 10 seconds, the pulse is going to turn the circuit off. Turns it off. Simple. And I don't know why it wasn't working in the world. That's so surprising. And now if you want to control this timer option, let's say you just want to keep the door open for a while, you can add an AND gate in front, and then you can disconnect this and make it go through the AND gate and connect a switch to the AND gate. Now the timer will only work when this switch is on. So always keep this on if you want the door to close automatically. Keep this switch on if you want the door to close automatically. Yeah. And let's say there's an emergency, just can always hit this red one and it's gonna close. And let's say you want the gate to be open. So in that case, you turn off the timer. You turn off the timer. This switch is for the timer. Then turn on the gate. Now look at the signal, it's going, but it's not gonna turn off the circuit. So it doesn't turn off now. Only way you can turn it off is this, hit the red one, and it glitches. And then you press it again if it glitches. One quick tip, if anytime you see this glitching, just hit the red one. It's gonna reset the circuit. So that's all. Thank you.